On a Friday, the US dollar appreciation, which started on Thursday, became even stronger amid some new reasons. Fortunately, there was no fresh news about the escalation in the Ukrainian conflict. However, the greenback continued gaining in value even at a faster pace. The fact is that investors have changed the expectations of the Fed's approach to the key interest rate hike. It seems that no one doubts that in September the benchmark rate will be raised by 75 basis points. However, there are some questions about the next hikes. On a Friday, investors received proofs that the interest rates will climb until the end of the year at a quite high pace. Against this backdrop, the yield of the US 30-year bonds jumped to 2.92% from 0.19. Notably, the auction took place on Thursday, whereas the Fed's representatives, including Neel Kashkari, made some announcements on Friday. Judging by the speech provided by Neel Kashkari, the benchmark rate will be hiked by at least 175 basis points at the end of the year, and such an announcement led to a rise in the US dollar, and now the currency is locally overbought, and that's why it has every chance to bounce. However, the macroeconomic calendar is absolutely empty today, and thus only news flow may affect the market situation at the beginning of the US trade today. On the chart, we see that the volume of short positions on the euro-dollar pair increased after the pair dropped below such control levels as 1.0150 and 1.0100. As a result, the decrease towards the parity level of 1.00 became faster. Although the market sentiment is mainly bearish, the parity level is still exerting pressure on sellers. This may spur a slowdown in the downward movement, thus causing a rebound of stagnation. In other words, a rebound from the parity level may return to the pair to the earlier broken level of 1.0100. Meanwhile, the pound-dollar pair declined by about 250 pips at the end of the previous week. As a result, the quote approached the local low of the medium-term trend. Since short orders on the pound sterling are overheated and the support level is located at 1.1750, the pair may show a technical rebound. If the predictions come true, the price may start moving towards 1.1880 and 1.1900. However, if the market remains bearish, speculators are likely to ignore the oversold signal. Under such conditions, the pair may approach the level of 1.1760. And that's all for now. We continue to learn developments on financial markets. Subscribe to our channel and follow news with us. See you soon.